everybody, this is Noah, Commissioner of the MPC. So we got the Western Conference grades for you. Eastern Conference video should be the first one uploaded. So check that out first, because I was gonna say something, whatever, let's just start.
Okay.
You got your same voices last time.
Intro.
Are we redoing the intro or?
No, that's good, keep going.
That's a good intro. Good intro.
Alright, the first team.
Wait,
Alright.
we have to introduce ourselves again.
Goddamn it.
We're the same fools from last time. We're the same.
Alright,
I'm eating chicken.
I'm Noah, I'm not eating chicken.
My name is Justin. I'm drinking this nice V8. We're sponsored. I mean, no, we're not.
Hi, I'm Jake.
You ever had those strawberry banana smoothies?
No, it sounds so good.
Oh my god, they're amazing.
We can't get sidetracked.
It sounds disgusting.
It's literally like my favorite smoothie.
That's good for you.
Let's not get sidetracked.
No, this is more important.
Speaking of pink, the color pink, because strawberry vanilla smoothies are pink, mobile Bewears. Mobile.
We got the Bewears.
Okay, go over the mods, please.
Alright, I'll do this. Alright, we got Mobile Bewears coached by Destin. Rockin', Thunderous Incarnate, Hydreigon, Cobalion, Crocodile, Chandelure, Decidueye, Feraligatr, Stakataka, Frostlass, Mantine, and Big Diglett.
Alright, so two things I think they're very important to a draft. Your bulk
And your offense.
and I think your offense is fine, it's just where's your speed? Everything's so slow.
Well, okay.
Tidy's 111.
I don't care.
Cobal's 108.
That's Cobalion and Frostlass. He's got Stack Attacker for Trick Room.
Yeah.
And Shandy are great scarfers, you know?
I mean, yeah, he has like good scarfers, but he's gonna have to have at least scarf per game to make this team work. And like, I don't think it's that bad of a team. It's just like it's gonna limit your options a lot.
I guess. Let's see. I said I'm not too big of a fan of his defense, because I feel like his mons are easy to overwhelm. Decidueye is, it's good. It's got U-turn, defog, roost, but it's pretty easy to overwhelm, and it's got a great knockoff switching. Mantine, it's weak to rocks. It's just, I don't think his defense is consistent enough.
And Mantine's physical defense isn't great. I mean, granted, paired with Staka, it's okay. I just Staka doesn't get recovery. This team doesn't have Wish, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't know. This team's bulk is super questionable, and I don't think the quote hyper offense is enough. Although, Thundy Eye, it just prankster T-waving things is gonna be nuts. And that definitely makes the team a lot scarier. For sure.
I also like that he is a fairly reliable spiker in Frostlass. So I think that adds a bit to his offensive presence.
And I think Diglett is actually a pretty good value pick, pretty good low tier pick.
You know what, you
Diglett serves his purpose of targeting the things that...
Like, the thing about a lot of bottom tier picks, like, a lot of them literally aren't gonna see anything, but there's gonna be battles where, like, Diglett just has a good matchup and will get a kill. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
in the other conference.
I'm not talking about fucking Heatran.
That's the only thing it needs.
There's Nihilego down here.
Oh. Nihilego outspeeds him. Sash?
Sash?
What if there's rock?
Endure Slack?
You know what? Whatever. It's not like there's much better than Diglett. Also, you can run Scarf Diglett to beat that.
What? Okay, most Nihilegos are Scarf.
Well, you can.
Alright, you know what? Let's move on.
Just give me a little kiss on the cheek. How about that?
I disagree with the offense being bad. I really like the offense on this team.
No, I think the offense power-wise is really good. It's just slow as hell. Like, Frostlass is kind of fast, but like...
Dundee is fast. Cobell is fast.
120, and that's like... Wait, is Frostlass? No.
110.
No. 110, thank you. Is 111 really the high? Like, come on, that is not fast.
Wait, 111?
Dundee's 111.
Dundee is
I
111.
thought Dundee I was 101.
That's 110 T.
By the way.
That's Dundee T.
Oh, well, fuck me.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd like to see some top speed. There's none of this team. It does get, like, Dragon Dance for Alligator. You've got T-Wave on Thunderous, and, like, you have good Scarfers. Like, Kricketunes, Cobalion, and Hydreigon, and Chandler are all super good Scarfers. But you're gonna, like, that just limits your options so much. You know what I'm saying? And, like, Hydreigon gets U-turn, but like that's the only really good Scarfer that gets a pivot move.
I mean, you could take Dundee.
Just Cobalion gets Volt Switch. Never mind.
Yeah, Cobalion's not a good Scarfer. It's not strong enough.
Cobalion really benefits this team defensively too, as like Chandelure, Decidueye, they all hate knock. Cobalion, Uzi is better.
That's true, and especially Z Cobalion, like knockoff is gonna be super good. Like, Z Cobalion is one of the best knockoff switches. I love that thing.
I agree.
Busted.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit higher in this draft than when I first saw it. It has holes. I think it can overcome them, but it has pretty major holes that are going to have to prep around every week.
Yeah.
Alright, anybody else?
I think I'm good.
Alright, let's grade time. We got, I gave it a B+, Noah B-, TB gave it a B, Harley gave it an A. Alright, another Harley grade. And then...
A-.
Oh, A-, whatever, I'm blind, whatever. And then Jake gave it a B.
Pretty bad for Harley. Alright, go on.
Alright.
Jay gave it a B.
What
Alright.
did you just say about me?
Yeah, you're back.
I'm muting. I was on mute.
Alright, so next, who is...
Moncton Malamars.
Justin, you can do this.
Lowe's team, alright, let's do this. He has Latias, Ferrothorn, Gliscor, Mienshao, Politoed, Comfey, Alolan Marowak, Skuntank, Electrode, Amistar, and the Lord himself, Beardick.
Big C Beartick, the best Zmon. I love
what do you have for a
Beartick.
well-played Beardick?
Big Dick Beartick.
I love Beartick, dude.
Z Beardick too, oh, it's
Yo,
over.
shout out to the Seattle Cast Forums password.
Alright,
Beartick.
alright, let's start off with the pros of this draft. I really like the Fairy Dragon Steel Core for the most part. Latias Ferrothorn in itself is really, really solid. I'm not a fan of Comfey so much, but even then it kind of is not a bad fairy type.
This team's budget rain is sick.
And
But-
he likes Comfey a lot, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if he really likes Comfey, then, like, I'm not gonna flame it as much. But, like, personally, I don't really see the value in this draft. Like, Comfey in particular, like, there are other decent fairy types on the board that I think are better on this team, but if it's personal preference, that's whatever.
Alright, on the other, and Mienshao's decent, 105 Scarfer, always dependable. However, though, the negatives of this team that it took me a little bit to notice, but we'll go start off with them. Defog being his only form of removal sucks for Theraphorn. I don't like Alola Whack on this team particularly, because rain.
Whoa.
I disagree with that.
This team
Alola
is
Wax is
dumb
a
weak.
deal breaker.
This team is dumb weak to Bolt Beam, and then Alolan just fixes that.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think Marowak is pretty crucial to this team.
I just don't like it on rain. It's just the issue.
I also
I don't like it
He
on
doesn't
rain.
have to bring rain every week.
yeah, like this team. I like that it doesn't rely on rain. Like
Right.
the top 6 picks minus Politoed, that's a pretty decent team.
Because it's just budget, like, it's budget rain, so it's not like it's a main focus.
Yeah. Omastar can come without rain. Really, Beartick and Politoed, they're pretty low tiers. He doesn't have to bring them every game.
Right, and then with Politoed, like, you don't need to run the rain set, and then you can run the Whirlpool Parasong set. Yeah.
And I'll retract
Like,
my
you don't need to run rain.
Yeah, I'll
And
retract my
also-
statement then.
Also, like, if you don't have the dome or whatever it's called, like, it doesn't last that long to where, like, and his defense is, like, good enough for, like, Ferrothorn and Gliscor. Like, they can outlast those rain turns long enough to where Marowak can come in and, really, hit it super hard. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of an issue.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'll retract my statement on that, but either way, I do stand with the defog issue, though. I don't like it with Ferrothorn being his main hazard setter. And just in general.
I'll agree with, I think having a spinner is really good with Ferrothorn. Like,
I kind of disagree, because Ferrothorn is a mon that can get up spikes multiple times during a game.
that's true.
It can come in, it can, like, leech seed, spikes, do all that stuff, and it can just switch out and come back in later. Mons like Frostlats on the team above, like, they don't appreciate defog, but Ferrothorn, I think Ferrothorn is fine with it.
And another thing with this team is that, like, Marowak and Beartick, like, that's just going to outspeed things in rain, so it doesn't matter that much. Those are the only two things weak to rocks. And especially Ferrothorn and Gliscor, like, those, like, they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, they can switch into rocks all day. And that's, like, the main defensive core.
I like this team.
I do too.
I
think
definitely like this team. I
I
just
would
think
have really liked to see a bulky water alongside. I mean, I understand having budget rain, like the water type is gonna be really congested, but
I like those kind of fast.
probably goes
yeah,
pretty
it's not
fat. Yeah.
fat, but like really having a
One with recovery.
one with recovery, and because Gliscor doesn't appreciate water types. I don't know.
I just think
And Ferrothorn fire types too. Like Gliscor isn't gonna take fire types all day, especially if they're super strong.
I mean, Lottie.
I don't think that this draft, you guys are going to disagree, but whatever. I don't think that this draft has a huge offensive presence, like, at all. Like,
I think I would kind of agree with that. I think this team's power level is its main knock with me. I think it, stat-wise, doesn't... Like, Marowak is the only thing that has pretty crazy offensive stats, and then I do think Ferrothorn and Gliscor are one of the better defensive cores in this conference, I think.
well, I hate the fact that he just added Electrode to the scene. Like,
Electrode, I think, is the best budget electric type he could have with rain, because it's super fast, and then Thunder is going to make it hit a lot harder than it normally does. And just being so fast, like, I think it adds some value.
It could also bring in some dual screens, maybe for like Amistar or
Right.
Beartick and Rain.
Or having, like, frail and, like, dual screens, like, kind of similar to Deoxys Speed.
I wish Electrode had the an electric immunity ability like Lightning Rod, but either way, yeah, it's still a fairly good mon.
Wait, does Electro get taunt?
It does get taunt, yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, honestly, it can be, like, kind of a budget Deoxys Speed sometimes.
I don't know about that, but
I
don't
said
like
budget, because it does the similar thing where it just outspeeds everything and uses, like, status moves. It just can't, like, nuke things,
well, the other thing about Deoxys Speed is how long it sticks around with other moves like Recover. Electrode isn't.
Yeah.
I know, I said super budget, whatever.
I also don't like his speed tiers.
I thought that at first, but I feel like 150, 110, 105, and then 2 rain sweepers is enough.
I agree.
I
It's
don't
more than a lot of our teams.
And Compe has priority. You know?
I just don't think I don't think it's good.
Alright. Whatever. I don't
I
like
think the only super legitimate, like, the super main knock is that it's kind of power lacking. But other than that, I think it's got all of its bases covered.
I really don't.
My main issue is still defog, but other than that, it's still a really solid team.
Okay, this team's so harsh compared to you.
Should I, I'll go over grades.
Okay.
Okay,
Jesus. What?
Hell yeah. Alright, so, let's start with Jake. Jake gave it, Jake gave it a C+. Alright, moving on to the next lowest grade, Justin.
changed it from a B to a B plus.
Oh, my bad. Noah gave it a B plus. Justin gave it an A minus. Harley gave it an A. And I gave it an A plus. I was considering either a C plus or an A plus. But after the discussion, I decided it was a B plus.
D plus or an A plus. Oh my god.
I don't know about that, but okay, let's move on.
I hate this draft. Alright.
Okay, moving on.
Milan Bisharps, piloted by other Carlos, aka Tayoko.
Takio. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I just call him. He's still Carlos to me.
I just call him Young Carlos.
Cocky. Just call him cocky.
Alright, whatever.
Alright, let's see. Milan Bisharps, Tornadus T, Suicune, Hippo, Bronzong, Slurpuff, Sneasel, Tyrantrum, Virizion, Kling Klang, Rotom, Licky Licky.
What a fucking amazing draft.
It's pretty good.
It's interesting, I gotta say, yeah.
Again, it's kind of similar to Lowe's draft in a lot of ways, where, like, it's not like your standard, like, cover all bases team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, when it comes to this team, like, when you first look at it, it's like, it's fine.
This
But
one
honestly,
has absolutely no off.
the more I disagree with that, but the more you look at it, more like, wait, like, his defensive core is actually pretty strong. Suicune, Hippowdon, Bronzong, along with Licky Licky to Wish Pass into Bronzong, which is that one's main weakness. Like, if Bronzong has Wish, it's a whole nother level of defensive mon. Like, that is super strong defensive core. And then, go ahead, sorry.
I like also that on the defensive side, he also has mons like Suicune, and, you know, maybe Web Slurpuff, or, you know, a bulky Virizion, you know, that still provide an offensive presence.
Right.
Like, you know, his defense isn't really
And Torn, you can run AB too.
Yeah. It's got regen. This is a good team.
Yeah, and what Jake said, I don't like his offense. Torn T is strong as hell. Slurpuff is strong as hell. Sneasel has priority and then can, like, pursue trap and whatever. Tyrantrum, I don't understand how you can say that thing does not have offense. Virzion's not that powerful, but it does have, like, setup moves.
It's got FZ or CM.
Right. So that can be mixed super strong. And Kling Klang has got a, you know, it can...
Shift gear.
It has shift gear. That's about it.
Yeah. Suicune has Calm Mind.
Yeah, like, I think it has enough offense. It just has enough of everything. Like, it's... Yeah, it just covers a lot of bases.
Majority of his offense is so reliant on setup. So
Except for Torn.
Except for Torn.
Tyrantrum, and, like,
Sneasel.
Here's the thing.
and Sneasel, and Virizion can run Banded. Like, I don't know.
The only thing I don't like about this draft is, I would say, his lack of removal, in a sense, as it's limited to Torn T and then Rotom. And then the other one being, what was the other one? I had another issue with it. Oh yeah, Kling Klang. I know, Carlos, I know you love Kling Klang, but at the same time, I don't see why it's on the team when Bronzong's already here.
I mean, they serve different roles, but I don't think having a mod that can only use steel moves and wild charge.
Yeah,
is that
I think Kling Klang gets a bit more, but let me check though.
it doesn't get anything else. I had it once.
I mean, it gets Volt Switch. I mean, that's something.
I mean,
No, I'm saying, like, shift gear, yeah. Like,
but then I feel like Kling Klang, like, there's some better options that would more fit his team, like you know. No, but you know, he's got Tyrantrum to sort of be that physical nuke, and then he has a lot of, you know, like mons that do chip and revenge kill and stuff. So I feel like he could drop this for a special nuke and maybe get, like, Big Guzz or, like, Clawitzer or something.
Big Guzz.
Because, like, those mons, they just provide more for the team by...
Big Guzz is actually really good.
Oh, this is one of the teams that's missing a fire type.
Who cares?
I don't think it matters.
I mean, when Kling Klang is such a questionable Pokemon, I guess.
He can kill, like, the Pharaoh Thrones and
Great.
Oh, wow, great. You could just OHKO for if it smags. Like, it can deal with those 4 times weak things if you really need it to. That's really one of the only things fire type is good for. It is that it does have a lot of like 4 times weak mons, but like if you got a mon that has a non-HP fire like fire move, then I think it's fine.
But when there's something like Kling Klang on the draft, like it's completely not needed. I feel like a fire type.
I mean, it's not needed, but it's still a super solid draft that covers almost all bases.
It's definitely a solid draft. That's just one of the only 2 improvements I think this draft could possibly make.
And I'm not saying that him not having a knock on it. I'm just saying that it'd probably be better if you replace Kling Klang with a fire type.
Either fire type or something else that can remove.
Yeah.
Or Guz.
The Guz.
The Guz.
I'm all for the Guz.
I'm all for the Guz too. He's got bronze on.
Does he have a poison type? No.
Yeah, he could get poison type too. Whatever. Let's just do grades. We're kind of circle talking.
Alright, where is Milan Bisharps? Alright, I'll cover this. B+ from me, A- from Noah, A from TBB, B from Harley. Wow, Harley had the lowest one here. Oh boy.
That happens for us.
And then B+ from Jake. That's, I think, Jake's highest grade?
Yeah. Like time is entire league. No, I mean, there we go.
Damn. Changing it on the spot. Alright. I like this draft. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think it's a little underwhelming to be my favorite, but
Oh, Jake changed.
in theory, it covers all the bases, so you get a good grade. I'm just not very excited about it.
Yeah, at the same time, though, since there is room for it to very easily improve, this grade could easily go higher, so I think it's a very solid draft.
Alright, let's move on.
Jordan's team is more sick.
Alright, you know what? Let's move on.
Right. Okay,
Let's not get sidetracked on here. Next up... Okay, who wants to cover this? Alright.
I will. God damn it. Oklahoma City Electivires. It's our buddy Carlos, regular Carlos.
Carlos followed by Carlos.
So
Better Carlos.
yeah, better.
I don't know about that.
Hey, that's rude.
His team is
We're a team for life.
okay. So his team is Keldeo, Necrozma, Bisharp, Gligar, Snorlax, Galvantula, Dredagon, Sableye, Blaziken, Vileplume, and regular Hoopa.
Keldeo.
So my first question is, Noah, how do you feel about Gligar?
Remember when this man like cried himself to sleep trying to get Gligar Season 2?
Yeah, and then I realized that, wait, that's kind of ass.
Alright, let's go over the draft.
Alright, well, I got one thing to ask. Why Z Drodagon?
Yeah, I don't.
He's got a team of so many good Z-Mods, and then he's like, oh yeah, Drodagon.
You had a Necrozma, like, come on!
You had a Necrozma, he had a Blaziken, he had a Hoopa, he had...
Nah, dude, gets the Crosma.
Run pulverizing pancake Snorlax before Z Dredagon, dude.
I'm inclined to agree. I guess it makes it a quote-unquote better knockoff user, since it doesn't lose anything in Rough Skin, but either way, that's not a good enough reason.
I mean, in that case, then get rid of Keldeo. Why does Keldeo have a Z move? I would rather have Necrozma.
Just get rid of your 10 FA points. Make Necrozma Z-Mon, please.
This
Your own good.
Honestly, Dredagon made you lose rates here, but
Oh yeah, no,
A bit.
I
And that's not only the only thing that made him lose grades. There are still some other shit we gotta speak about here. There's still
oh yeah, yes. Let's talk about his removal.
where is it?
Gligar,
We got
Blaziken.
Gligar and Blaziken.
Wait, please.
Remember when y'all talked shit? It was like, oh, this draft's really good, big boy. It has Gligar, which is a solid mover.
What?
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 UPC.
What?
That was
Oh my god.
that was only the
That was
entire reason. No, it wasn't. It was all about
Wrapped
removal.
around it was better.
No, I'm saying.
We're done, okay.
No. Hold on. I'm just reiterating a point because it does have something to do with this. My main point with Gligar, with that UPC team, is that it was the only mon with solid removal.
I didn't even know Blaziken got debuffed.
Like,
Yeah.
having Gligar be your main remover is so good. God, that mon is a
Why
bad
the fuck
remover.
does he have a Sableye?
Sableye is a bit odd too.
Not bad.
I
It's
guess.
not bad, but like,
But he doesn't need it. He has like Bisharp and a Hoopa. Why does he have Sableye?
I guess.
I
I mean, Sableye can Willow.
A grade.
No, I would like to fact check you there. The team that had Gligar and UPC also had Tentacool and Mantine. So get out of here. You're
Oh
wrong.
shit. What did I complain about?
I don't know. Who cares?
No,
Right.
no, you were literally just so pissed because you think Gligar is a shit on everyone else.
It is a shit mon.
All right. There, let's go over. Aside from Gligar here, we need to start developing some others.
Especially since it's the only room.
Oh my god. His features aren't very good. His
Yeah, this is
Charmander was
definitely.
And they're both 108.
Yeah.
And what benefits from webs? Blaziken?
Keldeo, Specs Keldeo in
Webs are
particular.
alright. Yeah, no, webs work well here. But without webs, this team kind of sucks.
Oh, Hoopa's actually a decent webs user.
Yeah, I like Confined a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Webs isn't bad. It's just without webs, he's screwed.
Yeah. This is like my draft boat Wargers, I think.
Yeah, this is one of my least favorite.
Sorry, Carlos.
It's,
Honestly, I think it's way closer to, like, I don't think it's worse, but I think it's closer to the Carnivines and Vulpix that y'all have graded it.
Yeah, now that I'm like re-looking at this, sorry, but
When I look at this team, I see a salvageable defensive core.
yeah. Offensive.
Necrozma saves it.
Necrozma, Gligar, Snorlax, like, that works.
Necrozma is the only reason that I think it's.
Shreddergun's not a bad mon either.
It's not a bad mon, but it's not a Z-mon.
It's a pretty good rocker. I like it as a rocker.
It's one of the best. It's one of the dragons you can really say it's best defensively more than offensively.
Right.
He doesn't have a fair read. That's what he was.
That's another
Yeah,
issue.
that's kind of an issue.
He could get like Togetic and get rid of fucking Sableye. Wait, that'd be better.
And he doesn't have, his steel type is offensive, so dragons are just gonna.
Yeah, Dragons kind of just sweep them.
This, yeah,
It's just, it's
And then dragons also have Earthquake.
wow,
yeah.
okay.
Huh.
Well,
Carlos, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, this is not. This needs some improvement.
They just click Outrage and Earthquake.
And win.
And
All you need is Curse Snorlax and you win.
no, like Snorlax and Necrozma, they can get some wins by themselves just because their setup sets are good.
The
Keldeo is decent. I think it's one of the worst for round one mons.
Damn.
it was not the best on board whenever Carlos had his pick.
You know, I think it's the worst round one mon.
the only thing that really salvages this draft is, especially with his webs, is the fact that Bisharp gets Defiant, which makes it a bit better.
That's true.
Okay, so
For a while.
this is his grades. Justin gave him a C minus. Noah gave him a D plus. TVB gave him a C minus. Harley gave him a D plus, and I gave him a D.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But
Sorry. Good job.
Yeah, we love you, Carlos, but this draft is
this draft needs some fixings.
it's gonna be hard to fix.
I mean, there's room to start though, at least. Like
Make Necrozma and Zemon, like, that's one step.
that's already a start right there. Yeah.
That's step one. Step two is get rid of Sableye.
Get a fairy if there's any left. Make some deals if needed.
Togetic. You can get big Togetic.
Oh,
But then he's
sorry,
like the knockoff.
Let's move on to the next team.
Gainesville Goodras, an interesting one.
Okay, Harley, do you want to do this one? Because
Sure. Alright, Gainesville Goodras. Victini, Feedy, Amogus, Zydog, Registeel, Cofagrigus, Jolteon Heracross, Blue, and Vanilluxe.
I have a question.
Sure.
Where is this team's recovery outside of Amoongus?
Yeah, that's a big.
Cofagrigus contains what?
Okay.
I mean, all right. Let me dive into this one. I've got probably the bigger one that was first to pick out the bones of this team. I love the typing synergy between stuff like Feeney, Mungus, Registeel. It's so contradictory in many ways. Feeney shuts down Mungus from using Spore and Toxic, as well as
AV's the best set.
I know, but even still, the fact that he doesn't even have to prep for the Spore sets is already a major hindrance. Feeney also is the only form of removal on this team, which, albeit is a really good form of removal, only having it as the removal really hinders it and puts so much pressure around it that it's going to get worn down a lot easier. No recovery, as Noah said, is a big issue. Wish Jolteon does not count. It is not reliable. And then Vanillix is a... I understand it's not going to come to many games, but it detriments the problem worse.
I think every single one of us checked your cricket.
However, hold on.
There are some fun.
VT is great. VT is going to carry you.
These grades just kind of fall in.
The moment I started going off, people were like, wait a minute, there's something on.
My quip was great.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was that this was my favorite team in the entire league, and I changed that.
Here's the thing. I like every mod on this team. I like all of them, okay?
I just don't
you need recovery.
You need a Wish Passer, you need another remover, and...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I love every Pokemon on the team. That's why I rated it so highly originally. Now that you shut it out, a couple
She
things.
needs Big K.
Oh my god, nobody beats Big K.
Man,
but like,
these spikes really help, but then there's Phoebe.
alright, so this team has breakers. VT is one of the best breakers in the game. Heracross is really good. Ambipom can break subs.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Minior is a sweeper. Honestly, this team's offense is not good either. I don't know.
That's actually a really good one. I like him.
No, I like Ambipom. This team kind of lacks power, has no recovery. That's why Mungus. I mean, okay, I love Mungus. But like, you need other things too.
I feel like defensively this team, like
typing wise, this team I really like. This has really good typing. Just like, where's the recovery?
that's exactly my... Yeah.
Just honestly, give a trade for a Super Salt Wish Passer. Boom, this team is like better.
Get a Wish Passer and get some other form of removal. That's all this needs.
Just give Florges.
Florges actually would... Well, I don't know about that typing-wise, but...
I'm fucking with you.
No, it does not, Harley.
I heard that makes sense.
Let's see, what Wish Passer... I mean, from FA, you can drop Ambipom through... Audino, yeah.
I think you have to look for trades to make this team better.
I gotta agree, trades is probably the way to go, but...
I think y'all are going a bit hard on this team. It's not great, but one thing
This team's awesome.
this team has some really great speed tiers in comparison to the rest of the league. Just having Jolteon, Minior, Ambipom, and Psydog, like,
okay,
that's
so
gonna out.
what does Minior count as? Because doesn't its speed change depending on what?
I would count it as one.
I count it as 120, personally.
I would count it as a sweeper. I don't even think. Yeah. Is it in the normal speed tier?
Yeah, it's got speed. It's got. I think just Victini and Heracross can carry this thing power-wise.
I agree.
Yeah, she just needs the recovery. The team overall, I think you guys are going a bit hard on it.
I mean, this team.
Here's the thing, Fina with Wish is so good. Like, Fina's Wish is amazing. And that's where I thought the team was going after seeing Fina, Mungus, and Victini. I was like, wow, this team's amazing. She hits a Wisher. But she did. And this team is kind of garbage. No, it's not garbage.
It's not garbage, but it contradicts itself so much. Like,
This team is so
I
good.
don't know. The more I think about it, the more like, wait, this team's like offense isn't as good as other teams. This team's defense, like, it's good, but it can be chipped so easily, and teams that don't have good breakers can beat this team.
Why did you get Vanillix?
That's... I mean, it's a decent ice type, but it just hurts Feeny so much.
Yeah, and it chips her down even without that.
Yeah, Vanillix needs to go. I feel like if anything needs to go on this team, it's Vanillix.
Yeah, get rid of Vanillix, get a Wish Passer, or some other form of removal.
Like, this team is so close. Like, its core is really good. It's just the most crucial thing, which is recovery.
The cores are so nice.
The cores are nice. It's missing the last part of the core, so I'm gonna dock it a lot of points.
The Firewater Grass. So nice.
It's great. The Fire Grass core is amazing.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's go grades.
Alright.
Justin, you're not changing yours?
Like I said, I feel like this draft has potential to be good, and I still like the typing synergy, but...
Right now?
Even right now, it's on the borderline of B+. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt of B+, but it's still very much borderline, and it really I really hope Mandy makes those transactions.
Okay.
I'm just grading for right now.
Me too.
I'll keep with it, to be fair. Mandy, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, but please make the changes to really help your draft out. So,
Alright.
Harley, what are you typing in? I see you
I'm
typing.
torn between
Hurry up.
Just-
We're doing it now. 3.
Go.
Alright, go.
alright, I guess... Is he changing? Okay, well...
Stop changing.
okay, alright.
Okay, fine.
Alright, so I gave it a B+. I'm sticking with it. I hope you prove me right, Mandy. Noah's giving it a C+. TB giving it a B-. Harley still changing it back and forth. A-, A, A-. We'll just...
Can you just keep it?
Alright, Harley's a question mark. And Jake is C+.
I'm an A.
The more we talked about it, the more I like this.
Yeah, the more it was talked about.
It looks great on paper, but then you look into it and it has a lot of flaws.
Yeah, and that was the problem, is I didn't look into any teams. I just looked at them.
And you said, "Oh, this is pretty."
Yeah. I was like, oh my god.
Why didn't you give my team an A? I have Vivillon. That's pretty. Alright, let's move on.
Alright,
Let's move on, shall we?
please prove me right, Mandy. Make those drops. Alright, moving on to Harley now.
Alright. We got... I tried to crack my knuckles near the microphone. I don't know if you heard it.
Alright,
Anyway.
let us know what it is, Harley.
Anyway. Killing Black, Mimikyu, Terrakion, Fortress, Nidoqueen, Porygon 2, Primarina, Sigilif, Lantern, V-Goat, and Wobbuffet. The other goat.
Side.
So,
Alright,
okay, I stopped. What's wrong?
nothing there, man.
Okay.
Keep going, keep going.
Did I cut out?
No, you're
No,
good, keep going.
Fine.
Alright.
Okay. So, this team, pretty fucking good. What do you think?
Alright, so let's talk about this team.
I will say, for interesting side note, Wobbuffet was drafted, but Goffrita was not, which is surprising, to say the least.
What, just drafted what?
That Wob got drafted, but Goffrita was not.
Uh-oh.
I'd just like to say, you mentioned it already, but Wobbuffet. That's it. This team it's got Wobbuffet. How good can it be?
Very.
Okay, so my issues with this. Hello?
Alright, just keep going.
I don't think that it has the best special attackers. Like its best special attackers are Nidoqueen and Primarina, which are not. They're not bad. Those are not bad special attackers.
What about KB?
I mean, I guess, but whatever. Anyway,
I disagree with that point. I think special taggers are fine.
shut the hell up. I'm talking. So I think physically that this draft is pretty good. Like on the physical side, KB, Mimikyu, Terrakion. Go-Go's a decent attacker. Defensively, I don't think this draft holds up at all. Your best defensive mon is P2, and once Eviolite's gone, it's Fortress dies to HP Fire.
You rely on it hard.
Oh yeah, you're reliant on this so hard. it's your only removal besides Sigilif, and you're not running Defog on Sigilif. Be real.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. Can you say that again?
And by the way, your speed sucks. You're only
Oh, speed, yeah, speed's overrated. I don't care about that. It sucks. It sucks because I wasn't paying attention to it at all.
It would be less a problem, but your Trick Room abusers are pretty much non-existent. Except maybe Primarina is the best one.
P2?
I don't really understand why you have land.
I've ran Trick Room on P2.
No, I said Trick Room's a setter, but who's the only abuser is Prim to some extent.
You can run like a negative speed Nito.
Lantern and Go-Go?
Okay, yeah, no.
Lantern is not a mon.
Lantern is so good!
Okay, I disagree with you there. Lantern's one of the best low tiers because it's Bolt Beam
Lantern's
immune
what?
essentially. It's
Huh?
You cut out a lot.
It's Bolt Beam immune essentially because immune to electric attacks and then resists ice is also a water immunity. Volt Turn, Heal Bell, Scald. Lantern's really good.
Yeah, Lantern's amazing. Thank you, Justin. I love you. Changing your...
Disagree.
Dude, where are you at?
I think that this draft also needs like more ground resist. Because your only two are Sigilif
Go-Go.
Go-Go.
What more do you need?
You need more.
Rocks, where are you at?
Because you get hit, your Terrakion gets super effectively hit, Fortress is only neutral, Needle Queen gets super effectively hit, Lantern gets super effectively hit. You're very ground weak.
Yeah, except Sigilif and Go-Go. What more do you need? And it's not like you just cared about an Earthquake either, you know?
You act like you're bringing those two mons every single week.
I mean, I don't want to talk about any of my plans going forward, but yeah.
But if your plans revolve around Go-Go, Lantern, and Sigilif, you're losing every single battle just like you did last year.
I think that's
Wow.
I think that's fair. But also, you have 3 hazard setters. One of them is Terrakion, so you essentially only have Fortress and Needle Queen. Neither of them have reliable recovery. Fortress is also your best removal, and it's your best pivot with Volt Switch.
Do we have a couple here? What's your...
So I'm saying, once Fortress dies, you lose.
I think you're overlooking how good my team is.
Alright.
Oh, he's out here.
I don't really have anything to say. I just think...
Can we move on?
I think, okay, guys, wait. P2 and Primarina are actually really good offensively.
Which
Really
one?
good. Both.
No.
P2 and Primarina. They're both really good offensively.
I don't think P2 is as good offensively as...
Oh, okay, it doesn't have like specs. It's not a nuke, but P2 can beat other walls, and it can also kill like offensive ones and then heal. Like P2 kind of carries.
It's also a lot by analytic too.
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
I know I'm saying you're wrong. I think that like offensively P2 is actually like kind of important because it has that special role of like beating other bulky mons, but also like being able to take out offensive mons while taking a hit. Like P2's sick.
Also, you guys want to make sure you check your grades just in case Harley changed them again.
Wait, what?
That's fine.
You changed your grade down.
I did. I don't like your draft.
I don't like you. Fuck you. I'm sorry.
Alright, let's go.
I didn't mean it.
Oof.
Didn't mean it.
Alright.
You do have KB, and KB has recovery, and they can be kind of bulky, whatever.
I love KB. That you have my blessing for that, Harley. So
You have great mons. I'm not sure how well they mesh together.
I don't think that he has the support to keep KB up.
KB can be by itself and be fine.
yeah, it's bulky enough to.
The thing about it is that like KB, like P2, Terrakion. Those are like 3 of your most important mons. They're all weak to fighting.
I mean, the thing is that I really love the core of KB Mimikyu Fortress. It's really solid for that.
You cut out again.
KB Mimikyu Fortress is I think it's my favorite Fairy Dragon Steel Core, other than maybe the Calgary Talonflames.
Let's go.
But no,
Yeah, no,
I don't like it. Alright,
disagree.
Let's go for grade. Let's go for grade. You're talking about it for a while.
It's worth talking about.
Alright, so Justin gave it a
C+.
gave it a C plus.
I gave it a C. Hello? Who changed this?
Harley, who do you think? Noah gave it a C. I think I had a C minus, but then Harley changed it to a C. But you know, it's a C, so you get a C. Harley gave it a B. Man,
Oh man,
there's so
Jake.
many A's you gave people. You really hate your own draft. Then Jake gave it a B plus.
Jake gave it a C minus, and then he lowered it to be a dick.
Jake gave it a D plus.
Oh, Ripperoonie.
Alright, let's go to the Great Big Grumpig.
Grumpigs. Oh, this team. Okay. Who wants to cover it?
This team.
Okay, so this team, Green Bay Grumpigs, it's by our boy Spoink. Manaphy, Thunderous T, Lego, Metagross, Whimsicott, Lissy, Scrafty, Tauros, Sharna, Ninetales, and Sligoo.
What a team.
That is a team.
It's a bad one.
Oh my god, Harley said it was a bad team.
That means it's bad.
I'm gonna go by the quote of the famous Tom from the GBA, who this team reminds me of Nebraska. You always forget it's there.
Pause. Manaphy is one of the best Pokemon.
I will say that Manaphy, Thunderous, and Nihilego is scary.
That is
scary special
dummy.
offense.
That is dummy, dude. Like, that's so dumb. That offense is so good. Oh my god. Like, AV is gonna be a thing against his team.
Yeah,
It's gonna be up to Scrafty and Metagross.
yeah. His team is the complete opposite of mine, where I have a lot of physical attackers but less special attackers. He has so many special attackers, but physical attackers he's lacking.
Here's the thing though, a lot of AV, like Pokemon that normally run AV who are, you know, kind of bulky, whatever, some still might die to this offensive core. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like that. Like that's
Jungle
so
Manaphy,
scary.
like Specs Thundi T, and then some Beast Boost Nihilego, like.
It also gets quad, I think, too.
I will say that the only thing I like about that draft is Manaphy, Thunderous, and Nihilego. Everything else I don't.
Metagross is solid. I kind of like
partially
that.
agree.
He doesn't have a switch in to
I
anything.
think honestly, Sligoo's kind of underrated.
Stop. Just stop it.
See, like, here's the thing about
Underrated, y'all shit out of him.
Hey, I know.
I'm trying to say
the-
nothing.
Sliggoo does the exact same thing as it does in the lower ladder, like whenever it shows up in PU. It's never a good mon in of itself, but it's kind of the anti-meta mon where it can prove itself to be a decent switch into certain teams
And
with big
also,
threats.
It has its move pool is kind of good,
Okay, but it's got bad defense.
No.
but it has Eviolite.
So yeah, okay, it's got what?
Defense with the Violet is not bad.
What's that make it? 77?
That makes it, let's see,
I'm calculating.
about base 105 if you're max defense.
If you're max, okay, but I'm talking about just base. Anyway,
But if
like,
you're max defense and max HP,
You're
and
gonna be running max defense, max.
its Spadef stat is good. Like it's pretty bulky.
yeah, the Spadef, I think it's 103 base, just alone.
Yeah. And then throw in a Violet.
Yeah, so it's the 105 one.
The
Yeah,
Spadef is good. The special defense is
it's
good.
pretty bulky.
68, 105, 113. No, it's not even 113. It's like 130 Violet.
So you're trying to say that that's the best defensive Pokemon?
No, I'm saying it's underrated. It's a pretty good defensive.
Okay, so what's a better defensive switch in?
Metagross can be kind of bulky with AV especially.
Blissy's a thing.
I said defensive, like physical defense.
Manaphy is kind of.
Scrafty is his best physical defense mon.
Manaphy can be thick. Musharna is a Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying, like, he doesn't have a lot of bulk at all, especially on the physical.
Musharna resists fighting.
Did I say the fighting type specifically?
Alright, who cares?
Well, because it is a Blissey. It's a Blissey, so I was just saying, like, fighting. Because Blissey is weak.
I just think he doesn't have nearly enough bulk.
I agree with that.
No, I agree. I think its bulk is kind of slim, but
Oh yeah.
you know, Blissey plus like physically defensive Metagross and like
Musharna.
Musharna and Manaphy, you can run kind of bulky too.
I think he only has one rocker. Two rockers.
Lego's a really good rocker. So is Metagross. They're both good.
Metagross doesn't get rocks.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes,
Oh, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay, so
And
I
plus he gets rocks. What do you?
Yeah, those are three great rockers.
I didn't know Metagross got rocks.
It's got a decent amount of rockers, yeah.
So rocks are fine.
What's his removal? He's got Thundy T, Whimsicott, and that's it.
Whimsicott is a decent defogger.
I'm not. It's there, but I'm not a huge fan of it from personal use. I think it's gonna be annoying for him to rely on Whimsicott for that purpose.
No, I agree.
Wait, so if you send, let me get this. Like, if you send in a dark type against Whimsicott while defogging, does it
No,
work?
it's
No.
doesn't work.
That only works if it's like a status move, like Thunder Wave.
No, that stops defog.
Wait, does it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Okay, so Whimsicott's not a good defogger. You're a liar.
Oh,
It's okay.
it's all right. It's just not great.
I mean, it's still good because it's still prankster.
Still prankster. It's still base 116 speed.
Pretty much.
Except if it's a dark type, but
And also
Or
you also
it's a fairy type.
yeah, let's say it's a fairy type.
If they switch in, it's a fairy type.
Right.
It's an interesting axe effect.
Then you switch out. Bye.
Well, and then you default.
Yeah.
I'm
I guess that's true. Just keep switching in and out. So you run it.
That's what he
Like,
said.
it's gonna get a defog off. I think it's honestly a decent defog.
Thing is though, if it defogs, it's probably gonna go down to whatever
True, but it'll get it off.
once, maybe twice.
And you know what? It can if it takes the hit and it already has like leech seed up and it has like sub and whatnot, then you know what?
Doesn't make it cut guard.
It does, but
You can run some shenanigans with it. I don't know.
I like Whimsicott. I just don't know if it's the greatest thing for the team.
It's not. Okay, so anyway. Great. I hate this one.
Great.
Grade time. All right, this one's a.
It's Jake's bedtime.
All right, let's get into it. I gave it a C. Noah gave it a C plus. TB gave it a C plus. Harley gave it a D. Oh no, another low Harley one. Holy shit. And a D plus from Jake.
Hold on, no, it's not a D plus. There you go.
Oh,
Oh my god, dude.
never mind. Harley got outed. It's D minus.
I don't fucking like this draft.
All right. Well,
Like,
wait. Hold on. Does this mean you? Oh, but it's the same as the Carnivine. So you're really gonna put it that low though?
this is not as bad as the Carnivine. Get out of
Yeah, I put that up, Jake, a little bit.
Jake, you're the worst.
All right. I'll disagree with Jake on this one for his grade, but moving on.
You put a D minus.
Bruh, nah. I'll give it more than that. All right, move on to let's go to the Golurks. Mr. Chabs.
My favorite team.
All right, you read it off then, Jake.
Okay, so Winnipeg Golurks, Zygarde 50, Rotom Wash, Blacephalon, Celebi, Florges, Swellow, Azel, Lisi, Swine, Aggron, Hariyama.
Yo, this team's bottom half is stupid good.
This team's top half is stupid good.
No, but I'm just in particular, because there's a lot of teams' top halves that are good, but that's pretty rare to have a bottom half that's as good as this one.
All right. There is a few notable things I want to point out. For the first thing, this is the team that I noted has the worst speed tiers in the league.
That's the worst.
That's the worst. There's 4 things exactly at base 50.
Oh
And-
my god. Who cares? Are you kidding me? Blacephalon, Swallow,
Azel.
dude, are you kidding me?
There's so much gaps in the speed.
It
It's
doesn't matter. He had
Okay.
Oh.
There aren't.
What the fuck was that?
I don't
Oops.
think there are that many gaps. Rotom Wash is at 86. Forges is at 78.
look at those gaps. Look at those gaps.
Zygarde is at 95.
That's not very many gaps.
That's a lot, dude. I'm not a. This is definitely the team with the worst speed tiers.
Dude, shut
This
Like, what is...
Are you really saying Swallow, Azov, Blacephalon?
the gaps. I'm not saying the speed is not high, but gap-wise, this is
There
bad.
aren't that many gaps. It's literally like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then like 20. Oh no.
I don't like this theme speed tiers. I also don't like it doesn't have a dark type.
I don't like you.
Team are the same wavelength.
I love this draft.
I think it's good.
Its offenses are good. Its defenses are good. It's
This is...
It's solid.
What did I give it? I'm raising it.
solid draft.
I really like.
I just raised it.
It's like I think it's the only draft. No, I would say Jordan's draft too, but I think this draft does a little better in this particular thing where it's fast, like its faster offensive mons are like the most powerful, like faster offensive mons, like Azov, Blacephalon, Swallow, like those things can break.
Like, yeah, like his speed and power are combined, they're not separate.
Right. When I think that's super good. Like, and I think that's one of the only drafts that does that in this league.
Big time.
Shut up.
Now, I think that this team to me has the best speed tiers that are above 100. 125, 115, 107, 100. That's so good.
Above, its higher features are great, but I hate its gaps going way down.
Gaps.
That's not a gap.
There are so many gaps. I don't like this team for it. Like, you don't have 4 things exactly at one speed stat in the lower tiers.
Like,
Okay, do people honestly care about speeds under 100?
Lower, like, speed tiers don't fucking matter.
The fact that you don't.
It stops mattering at, like, 80.
No, it does not.
Maybe 70.
No.
Like, once it gets below that, it literally doesn't matter.
Put it this way, I can fact that I could do by basically speed creeping for one mon at speeds or speed creeps exact time, same time 4. I think this is not my favorite draft for that, plus the dark type, plus the fact that some of his defensive mons, while I do think they have really great synergy around Zygarde, is
I do
just.
think, I agree, the defense is, I do think it's a little lacking, and I am a little lower on it than everyone else because I do think its defense isn't as good as some other offensive-centric teams.
Okay, but I disagree.
Okay,
Using Florges, that's so good. Pillow Swine is always a good bond.
Rotom and Florges, and kind of Wheezy, and kind of Piloswine. I prefer other teams.
Celebi's not a bad.
Celebi is the worst defense. Celebi has the worst defensive typing in the game. It's.
Okay, that doesn't change that it gets rocks, U-turn, thunder wave. It's got a lot of utility. It checks what it
This
has.
team kind of loses to the Grumpigs, doesn't it?
It kind of does, in a sense. That's pretty. That's some one way to look at it. Let's see.
Scarf Rotom Wash. Hello.
Manaphy gets Energy Ball?
Okay, Scarf. Your Rain Dance is no set.
See?
Oh.
Scarf. Okay, how about Scarf? Not anything. You know what? Just I don't like.
Let's see what I'm looking over here.
Scarf.
You know what? I'm really sad. I would actually raise the Grumpigs. I just think Manaphy is that good.
All right, you know what?
All right. Let me see.
Scarf Azal sweeps him.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't? Question mark.
It does. No. Man, are you kidding me? Azov does not break Manaphy.
Let's
Not
not.
Okome Manaphy or Azal either. So
Let's not focus on the one-on-one matchup, though. We need to focus on broader
You know.
there.
What? Man,
All
I'm
right,
pretty
let's
sure
take a
Manaphy
look.
Oko's Azov.
Alright, let's go to grades.
10 out of 10.
I do not like this team as much.
You are wrong. I still hate. Okay. Who's
Okay,
gonna
so
say good?
Justin gave it a B minus. Noah gave it an A minus. He gave it an A minus. Harley gave it a B minus, and I gave it an A.
Congratulations, Chad. Was highest grade that Jake gave out the entire league.
The only
Hold on, we didn't talk about Hariyama. Hariyama's sick. I love Hariyama.
think it was bad. Alright.
No, what?
Again, that's why emphasis on he doesn't have a dark type. Hariyama, a lot of his low tier walls like Hariyama, Weezing, not having a psychic immunity is a bit of a really bummer to this team. So
Hariyama eats from Megazam.
barely.
That's still eating.
It's still a roll too.
Yeah, alright, let's move on.
All right,
San Antonio Sparce, someone go.
all right. Who you graded this the highest?
Monkey player.
Noah, you graded it the highest. Oh, never mind. No, Harley did. All right, Harley, lead it away.
Oh, fuck. Why do I always... Alright. San Antonio Sparce. Celesteela, Fox Effects, Donphan, Raikous, Kuro, Breloom, DNC, Delphox, Cranial, Alolan Persian, and the almighty Volbeat.
I will say, the Tailco pass with Volbeat is actually sick.
Yeah.
Big Kieran.
This team really reminds me of an MV team, essentially. It's got the Kyurem paired up with, like, it's got a mix of, like, half stall, half bulk, the offense, which is, I don't know, it definitely,
And it's also slow as fuck.
I don't know, it's what, I definitely think it's I would call it an MV team, essentially.
Yeah, kind of.
It's Will.
Raikou, Persian,
It's
and Craggle. This is not bad.
No, that's pretty shit, dude.
It's only two physical attackers are Donphan.
Everyone but me.
Crowdon is not a real mon.
Karen,
Not a real mon.
Ragnar's a decent spinner.
it's actually better as a
Okay,
defogger.
he's not an attacker. Okay, when I say speed 2s, I'm saying I like my speed to actually attack. Crowdon doesn't attack.
Raikou, Delphox,
Oh, I forgot about Raikous. Raikou's okay. I forgot about Raikous. But it's just Raikous and Delphox.
Alolan Persian.
Does that even attack?
Okay. Diagonal doesn't count, but Alolan Persian counts. That thing outbeats everything and just taunts, foul, party shot, busting.
4 moves, that's all it has.
Okay.
I care.
Okay, parting shot into Volbeat, Tail Glow.
No, party shot's sick, but I would just not count it in speed 2s.
I would.
I would count it in speed tiers, unfortunately, because that's all it does.
God.
Persian is such a good mon.
Persian into Volbeat into Steela. That's disgusting.
Raikou's sick.
Volbeat into Spark Hero.
Volbeat can actually be really good.
It can be, yeah.
Busted.
Which makes me sad.
It's okay.
Its flaw is that it has two physical attackers in Donphan and Breloom.
I guess you can somewhat count Kyurem.
Celesteela can both be physical.
Yeah, Celesteela's kind of not good at it.
Kyurem good, he gets straight.
Celesteela can fucking destroy things with big heavy slam.
Yeah, but you don't have to be physical to run heavy slam.
And Breloom is amazing.
Yeah, I don't think that's the issue with this team.
Steela's better off as being a special attacker.
Excuse me, you bring fun.
It's actually better off being mixed.
Jake, aren't you the one that brought Flame Charge Steela?
Fuck yeah, it's busted.
Who cares? Breloom's busted and the only physical Pokemon that you need.
Yeah, but it's also slow as shit. And
Yeah, but it's fucking busted and it can fucking Leech Seed and sub.
And Mach Punch. Speed was a priority.
Yeah, for real.
Poison Heal, best Breloom set.
You're not wrong.
You got Poison Heal and Technician, so you got 2 sets that are really good.
This team is honestly a major coin flip team. It has complete stall mode, and then it has hard freaking offense mode.
I agree.
It reminds me of that one team in the Eastern Conference that has a lot of bulk Gandalf.
What's that?
Big busted. We got Avalon, Vivillon, Essence.
This team is not near that. If I were to compare this team from something in Eastern, I would compare it to like the Midland Murkrows maybe, but...
But the Murkrows suck.
But the Murkrows are worse.
Alright, so can we move on?
Okay, so grades. Justin gave it a B. Noah gave it a B+. TPB gave it a B. Harley gave it an A. Okay, and I gave it a C+.
Ooh.
I love the condescendence from Jake every time he reads grades.
Yeah, like 8?
Anything he doesn't agree with, he's like, okay.
Alright, who we got next? Ooh, I love this team.
Whoop whoop.
My favorite team name. Alright, the Whooping Kricketunes, coached by Mimo. We've got Lando T, Milotic, Conkelder, Reuniclus, Rabombi, Magneton, thanks for the snipe, Darmanitan, Kamala, Mismagius, Regirog, and Honchkrow.
Okay, it's not the best draft, but this is Mimo's best draft, so...
Oh, by far, I agree.
There's that. Its speed isn't that great. I think it's only 2 mons are Bombi and, what's the other one? Mismagius, are above 100.
And Scarf Darmanitan, which is the only thing.
I mean, he has good Scarfers on his team. He's got Lando that can be Scarf. Honchkrow is very scary Scarfer with Moxie. Magneton.
Magius has better specs.
Yep. One of the things that really...
Nasty plot. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, Nasty Plot's the only set.
Yeah. One of the things I do like about this team a lot is particularly Magneton in this conference is extremely good, as almost all the steals Magneton likes to beat are down here with it.
That's true. Steela and Scarm are in this conference.
Steela, Scarm, Fortress, who else we got down
I
here?
don't think so.
We can
Not a
be,
Reggie Steele. I'm sure that's runs EQ no good.
let's see.
Fortress and Steela are both running EQ.
Yo, big stack Tekka.
It can be Stack Attacka, it can be Bisharp, it can...
Magneton can run fucking HP fighting.
Exactly, it can beat Bisharp, it can beat Escavalier. This is the conference that's Magneton shines in.
Yeah, Magneton's that is really good.
Magneton's a good Pokemon in this certain con.
Yeah.
So Mimo's bulk on this draft is good. There's Milotic is just a busted.
Milotic Lando is a great card. That's so good.
What's his? What? Oh, he needs a what's that? Round resist.
Magius and Landorus.
He has 3 immunities, so...
Oh, does he?
He's got Lando, Mismagius, and Honchkrow for immunities.
Honchkrow, yeah.
Rabombi resists.
Okay, that doesn't count, but...
Like stop. What? I'm sorry.
Conk can eat EQs.
Y'all don't run that Reese Dunsport Rabombi.
Conk does not eat EQs.
It eats.
Milotic eats.
Conk is basically... It's just Conk, it eats, yeah.
Milotic eats food.
Okay.
You're so funny, XD.
That was not even. You know what, Jake?
I like...
Every time you try to make a joke, I'm gonna be a little dick about it.
Alright. I like Kamal on this team. It's one of the better removers you can pair with webs.
I like Wish Pass with
Kamala's sick. Yo, Sleep Talk fucking Final Flash
Sleep Talk Last Resort is the best.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or Scarf. You're into that.
I think Band is always just better, mostly, because you can run, If you also can run Sucker Punch with it, too, so...
Well, I mean, let's be real. The speed... Well, no, because then you can't run Last Resort.
Well, yeah, but on a different set.
Aw, that's an unset. Alright. You know, it's a good one.
So, are we done?
Let's see, anything else you need to know outside? Darmanitan is a freaking great breaker.
We can talk about the grades.
Regirock.
Alright,
Grades.
wait. Pause. We didn't really talk about this team's, like, offensive power.
Offensively, it's great. I love it.
Darmanitan, Conkeldurr, Landorus, Reuniclus,
I think
Mismagius, Reuniclus, Magneton.
That's a Reun.
Yeah, you know, Reuniclus can be offensive, like,
And defensive.
or physical.
Yeah, this team's good, dude.
I might bump up my grade on this team, honestly. You know, I am. You know what?
I kind of regret grading the Sparse higher because I think this team is better than the Sparse.
Honestly, yeah, to be honest, yeah, I like this team. And the Sparse, albeit the Sparse's coin flip team style is still really good in and of itself, but even still.
Alright, let's go grades.
Okay, grades, yay. Okay, Justin gave it a B, Noah gave it a B+, TPP gave gave it a B. Harley gave it a C+, and Jake gave it a B-. Harley was the lowest.
Wow, that's rare.
I know, that's rare in the East, but in the West,
Okay, Harley just grades things high that we fucking hate, and then he grades stuff low that we
I was the first one to turn in my rankings. I didn't know your guys' thoughts on.
You can change.
Okay, big Kyle.
I have changed a lot.
Alright, so...
Tynamo.
Use some Tynamos. Alright.
I like this team.
Great. Okay, so it's Bulu, Skarmory, Dragonite, Tentacruel, Lucario, Alakazam, Drapion, Rhyperior, Swamp, Raichu, Slacking.
Slacking.
Yeah, Slacking's an unmod.
I put it this way, you're better off drafting Spinda than you are slacking. Why?
Slacking's an
I
unmod.
mean, here's the thing about slacking though, is you kind of like, you almost have to prep for it, because if he brings it, do you really have to switch into a Bandit Giga Impact?
Here's what you do. You if you're destined, you take your Diglett, you bring it in on slacking, you set up to +6 for free.
Okay.
But if it's just 6 Diglett,
Anybody can mod. Do you have a switch to Bandit Giga Impact?
I have no
you have bring up Protect mod.
Bring protects plus setup.
You have to bring it. Like, you have to bring it.
Bring Protect.
Switch into Ghost type.
I mean, I have a
It's
go.
not like Protect is a bad move.
Yeah, Protect's good move. Also, Steel types exist.
You're right. Good job.
So there are no slacking answers, is what I'm hearing.
Hey, Diglett's a thing. I'm waiting for Diglett to come in.
Big damage.
So I actually really like this team's defensive core with Bulu, Scar, and then Rhyperior and Swampert. I do not like that he has 2 mons 4 times a week to grass, but you know
He's got Blue Scar.
I don't like Bulu with Rhyperior just because it weakens Rhyperior.
And D-Knight, yo. He's got so many, like, grass resists, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Drapion and Lucario. Hello?
Alright, also, I really hope he plays Lucario well. So many people underrate this Pokemon. Please, show these people.
Lucario's fucking trash.
It is not. Show these people what it does. Give them the hands.
Yeah, I don't have much faith in that he's gonna use Lucario.
Pal, give them the hands.
He's literally right down the hallway from me right now, but sorry, Glenn.
Hey, you should make him do a special guest appearance. Talk about his
Alright,
story.
I'll give him 1 second.
Get him in here.
I like grassy terrain. I like grassy terrain with all the lefties defensive mons because they don't really have reliable recovery, but the grassy terrain just like helps, you know, Drapion, Tentacruel, Rhyperior, Swampert.
Yeah.
It weakens their Earthquake, which, you know, it sucks. But it also gives them more recovery, so it's not all.
I like it more on. I think like Swampert's the better ground type than Rhyperior just because Swampert can abuse. I think it has Earth power as well to get over circumvent that. But Rhyperior is.
Rhyperior can Thunderbolt.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I feel like Rhyperior Swampert is a bit redundant here.
Like,
But, you know.
I understand Rhyperior. Maybe it's not a burst spam switch in, but you have Skarm for that. I don't like Rhyperior in this draft.
Hello.
Oh, yeah!
Kyle,
Tell us about your draft.
Alright, well, I have no idea what I'm doing, ever. But,
great faith.
yeah, so, like, I don't remember who I said it to before, but, like, first 3, I was like, I just went, like, best available, pretty much. I have got Skarmory, that's personally defensive recovery, and then, for some reason, Dragonite was there in the 3rd round. Plus Tentacruel, obviously, great spinner. Good water, low-key water. Lucario was a weird one for me, though, because I needed a special attacker, but I also wanted a steel type, and that didn't really work other than Lucario. And I didn't even notice I didn't really have good speed until after that pick, so that, speaking of Alakazam.
Solid.
Drapion, I am super proud of that pick.
Drapion's sick. I love Drapion.
Oh my god, like, cause like it was like perfect. Cause I needed a dark type. His only weakness is ground, so you know, got a lot of recovery for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, no, I'm super pumped about Drapion. Rhyperior was kind of yeah, I needed a ground type, and I don't know, like I want another physical defensive, so I got him. I could have taken someone else, but I don't really know. Swampert again was just kind of like a mix pick. He's he can be he's a little more defensive, but he can still do some damage. Raichu again for speed and electric type. Slacking was just a meme, just a big meme.
It definitely is.
Yeah, I mean, certainly not bringing it against Diglett, that's for sure.
What about against Dugtrio?
Well,
Dugtrio's in the other conference, buddy.
yeah, well, yeah,
Finals.
Obviously, I'll bring Slacking finals,
Yeah, good to know. I'll bring my Doug.
Alright, thank you very much, Kyle.
Yeah, of course.
Alright.
Alright, cool. Alright, go ahead and reveal the grades.
B from Justin, B plus from Noah, B from
I
TB,
like it.
C plus from Harley, and I gave it a C.
He gave it a C.
You know what?
A regular C.
What a guy, am I right?
Oh. You gave it a...
Yeah, dude, shout out to Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle.
What a guy. Just Kyle.
I told you, just picked on home.
Yeah, I know. It was funny. It was like y'all would get up. They just yelled, Kyle.
Kyle!
Harley, I hate to break it to you, but we're changing the admin team. Can you put Kyle back on? I'm out.
You have been replaced.
Now I have to watch this video to know what you guys were saying to him.
Alright, let's move on.
The final team.
You guys,
Last team was...
Last team, finally.
did you guys go over the grades?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, last team is the Texas Rangers.
You give your boy a C+.
Wait. I gotta add in the because fuck you.
You gotta say it with the Carmen. Feck you,
There's an
Kyle.
inside joke between him and I.
Feck you, Kyle.
Alright, so Texas Raikou, Bash,
Great team.
his team is Zero Aura Tangra, Komo'o, Uxie, Mandibuzz, Nidoking, Mr. Mime, Lycanroc Gray, Escavalier, Blastoise, and Leavanny.
Mr.
What happened with that Mr. Mime trade there?
The FA drop. I definitely think his team was better with Cloyster on it before Mr. Mime.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I get that.
But I guess I see why having a fairy type is really
Actually, his
useful.
team kind of got run over by dragons, so...
Excavator?
Except the fact that Zero Aura is big busted and is banned. And can kill things with very strong moves.
Okay, but here's the one thing I really did not like about using Zero Aura before. It can technically kill anything, but the 4 move slot syndrome is so annoying with this Pokemon.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Like you can target going after certain mons by locking yourself into Bandit Plasma Fist, but then you're knocking yourself out of being able to pick up kills with mixed sets or other stuff. It's not powerful enough on either side to fully devote yourself to a mixed set.
Well,
And
the thing is that I kind of discovered that when I used it, is that, you just kind of run Plasma Fist, Close Combat, Knockoff, Volt Switch most of the time.
Yeah, but there are answers to that set potentially, and it's honestly, you have to pick and choose your targets really well with this Pokemon in order for it to be effective.
I don't think the 4 moveset syndrome is as bad as you would think.
I've used it before, I know it's bad.
Okay.
Fucking
I have
wrecked.
too, and I didn't think it was that big of an issue.
Get fucking wrecked. Okay, so I think that this team has really good defenses and on both sides. And Webs really help out this draft. I think this draft is actually really good. Why did I rank it?
This team is ice weak as fuck.
That's why I liked
So
Cloister
good.
before on it better. It was so much more useful to the team synergy.
Like, you just spam ice moves. Alright, let me count.
That's why.
Because, like,
Well, everyone, hold on.
Escape, Blastoise, Lycanroc.
That's why he
Lycanroc.
wants to make Vulcan capable.
like people were like, if he dropped Cloister and Mr. Mime for the sake of dragons, Cloister was a perfect answer for it.
I thought it was like a Knight.
That's why he wants Volcanion for me.
Let me count how many good ice types there are while y'all talk.
If he got Volcanion, then his draft.
Okay.
Everyone keep talking.
Mr. Mime sucks.
Cloister's better.
Cloister is better. I won't talk down Mr. Mime because it did sweep my ass once in that other league we don't talk about, but
How did it sweep you? What the hell?
I drafted the world's shittiest stall team, and it was not.
Well, I mean,
That was
of course you did, Justin. Of course you did. Fuck you.
that was me and WPR last season.
What up?
Shit.
Anyways, I like this team. It's got
Yeah,
pretty
like this
solid
team.
speed. With just having Zeraora and then Lycanroc along with the webs option.
Tango with Uxie Mandibuzz is gross.
Yeah, it's got great defenses. It's got some sweepers in Como. Like it's got everything.
Tomorrow's such like a wild card.
Alright, 6 teams have at least one stab ice, or like stab ice type
In this division or in the whole league?
in the conference.
Okay.
So that's more than half if you don't count this team.
Right.
But it's not as bad as Tennessee Bowls with.
One of them's me. You're going down, Texas Raikous. Just fucking go.
I mean, granted, you know, that banded fucking close combat with Zeraora was kind of scary.
Say hello to Ghost type.
I mean,
Ghost Ice type. Yo, Frostlass.
yeah, Frostlass, yeah. Frostlass is in this division. I mean, conference. Yeah,
Destin
that's...
just wins. Fuck you.
Wait,
What about that banded?
hold on, because he has Como O2. Wait, hold on. Frostlass just wins.
What about that banded fighter punch?
Frostlass wins.
What?
Alright, anyway.
Zeraora probably Okos it.
Yeah, that's true. I told you, Zeraora is busted, dude.
Lycanroc revenges it. Frostlass sucks.
Frostlass is
Alright,
good.
so we done talking about.
It's a good
Ice types.
Alright.
We barely went over that.
Yeah, we actually barely went over this team. Let's keep going.
Oh my god, it's a good
Alright, but hold on. Pause. I was going on about ice types so much, but legitimately, its defensive core gets fucked by ice types, and that was my main point.
Blastoise.
Escavalier.
Yeah, like you're over exaggerating.
Fucking Tangrowth.
Here's the thing. Everything gets beat by KB. This thing handles most other ice types.
Oh, I can't wait to disappoint everybody with how I use.
Alright, so now that that's over.
Also, it's fucking a lot of the Tangrowth Manbuzz or the other get recovered.
Guys, we've been on call for 4 hours.
Wish Mr. Mime. We're done.
Alright, so Justin gave this an A minus. Noah gave it a B. A minus. He gave it.
Alright, you're cutting out.
Harley, I'm sorry, but you were cutting out hard there.
Fired.
Justin gave it an A minus, Noah gave it a B plus, TPB gave it an A minus, Harley gave it an A minus, and I gave it a B plus.
I think this
Those are fucking PRs.
last one was by far the most consistently high graded draft.
Huh? Wait, what?
I gave it an A, and then he dropped.
What was the question?
Better than Eastern.
What was the
Sorry.
question?
Question.
Huh?
Did someone ask a
Video
question?
over. Goodbye.
Okay, good.
Bye.
Alright, people are dropping off. Alright, I guess we've been having here for 4 hours, so let's start to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you appreciated time and effort we put into this, and feel free to let us know in the comments about what you think about our criticisms. If you're a coach or if you're a newcomer fan, welcome to the MPC. We'll be posting more content later down the line, whether it be PRs mid-season, other shows. I think we'll be doing playoff picture at some point. I've also got something potentially in the works as a kind of a waiver wire kind of show. And yeah, shout out to Pornhub. proud sponsor.
Shout out to Pornhub.
And we'll see you guys next time.
I'm Harley. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Whoa, okay, bye.